How's everyone doing today? Hope you're all having a fantastic, wonderful day. We're going to be jumping right back here to some more Project Nope Zone. Why don't skeletons ever go trick-or-treating? Because they have no body to go with. Alrighty. Let's jump back in here. As the title indicates, there's been some minor flooding here. Essentially, we have a storm drain right outside of our house, and it rained so hard, so fast, that it completely filled up the parking area, and any sticks, little bits of garbage, whatever, completely filled up the storm drain to the point where the water had backed up into our carport, and it's ruined some of the boxes. I already know it's ruined some of the boxes that were in there, that we were using, we had in there for storage, but that's fine. Dogs are okay, we're okay, everybody's okay. But right before the stream, I had to go down there and it had floated away some of our shoes and stuff like that. I had to go pick it all up, take care of it. So it'll be all right. If it gets too bad here, obviously we'll end the stream early, but I'm hoping we don't have to do that. So. Seven, feeling it. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to Rapids Legion. Alright. So, in the last stream, let's get back in here. Let's try to reframe our minds here. In the last stream, I don't see all this stuff I had minimized. It's no longer minimized. We weren't working on that. This we were doing to get the quest, because we wanted to unlock something. This? Nope, wasn't that. There was something that we had to do that quest for. Maybe it was over in Mechanism. Doesn't make sense for it to be over in Mechanism, though. It doesn't look like it. Extreme Reactors. I remember there being a reason that we had to do that. Oh, Pneumaticraft? Yeah, it's Pneumaticraft. We have to get the Osmium Compressor so we can start unlocking the Pneumaticraft questline. So the Osmium Compressor, which okay, we didn't even have bookmarked. And it's right here. And yeah, we're gonna need that for the skill of the first degree anyway. Apparently. I don't know what that did. What does that do? It's weird. I don't know what that does. Anyway. Let's get in, huh? See what we need. Apparently we already have 2 compressors. I doubt it. I was gonna say we probably have 1. 1, 2, 3. We need more alloy. There we are. How many pistons did we make? 3, 4. There we are. So now we just need the basic machine frame. Nope, not the piston. Thank you. That guy. One of those. That guy there. There's that. And there's our second compressor. Now we just need the middle bits. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. That was my wife calling me, making sure that everything was okay. Just checking in. Because she's back home with her folks right now. And she's planning on coming back tonight. I told her I wouldn't come back tonight because the weather's so bad, but she's gonna try anyway. We already have that. We don't need to make more. I figured we did. Alright. This is, yep. I remember that recipe. We should have enough cobalt. We probably don't have enough magma, though. Yeah, we're out of magma. We have the cobalt. All this so we can get the osmium compressor. Just for the quest line, because I'm sure there's something I need it for, but I don't need it right now. We need magma blocks. Super surprised that we do not have some of this already in the system, but apparently we don't. How's our lava production looking? We're fine. We're fine on lava for now. Bum, 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 bum. Oh no! We have molten cobalt in there. We can solve that though. With a fluid pipe. We can solve that with a fluid pipe, no problem. Go ahead and get as much of this converted as we can so we don't have to make more in the future. Alright, we are getting through it all. Uses 90 millibuckets per. We should end up with 30 at the end. Or 40? 40. Alright, this... What we can do here is we can use a fluid pipe. Like this. And that should be able to cast out any cobalt that is left in there. Nice. And then at the end, we're only missing 60 millibuckets there. Lopopo. Go ahead and place these back down like that. Let's check on our farm here. It's getting filled up for sure. The dimlets. Okay. Now, there's that. Just need a couple of tin gears. not platinum. We only needed 2, but we might as well make the 8 for the future. Need more. I think we have some of that over here. We does. You're reaching out for me. Steel casing. Osmium compressor. Like I said, we probably don't need it right now, but we might in the future. So we'll stick it down. We'll go ahead and stick it down, but that should have finally unlocked the quest line for Pneumaticraft. Boom. It did. You can be my secret in the night. Now remember, our whole goal here is to get the ME controller. To get black iron for the ME controller. So, we need kerosene and plutonium. Kerosene is with the process. I thought we made those. That's from. Oh, it's from Pneumaticraft. Yeah, no, we don't have those at all. Because we needed this part. Now, the controller so we have the controller now. Is that a quest? It is. Then we need 4 refinery outputs. Okay. There we go. That should have been that quest line done. Nice. Young and we're reckless. This will never learn. The sunrise. Alright, so now, is there a quest line in Mechanism for Black Iron? No, but there is for this. Ooh, that's oh, they want you to get every single one for that one. That's in-game stuff. Excuse me, sorry. We might need one of those coming up. But first, let's do one side of this at a time. So we want black iron. So we want kerosene. So we need crude oil. 10 millibuckets makes 3 millibuckets. As long as you have a temperature higher than 100 degrees Celsius. So, we need 400 millibuckets. So one bucket will make 300. So we need 2 buckets of crude oil. 2 buckets of crude oil per craft, which is 2 black iron. But we're gonna need a bit. We're gonna need a bit here of that. And then plutonium is nuclear waste, which is why we wanted this guy. So we need to make that guy for sure. We need to go ahead and make this guy for sure. Need some osmium. And here. Alright, which machine had our speed upgrades? Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. I think it was one of these. Yeah. Bum 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 bum. Alright, we'll get a few of those. We actually need more of those, don't we? Or is 2 enough for now? I think 2 is enough for now. There's the centrifuge. That's down here, after the chemical infuser. Sure, we'll need it at some point. But anyway, come back here. Because for the kerosene's fine. The kerosene's fine. We want plutonium. So that is nuclear waste in here, which is one of these reactors. So in order to get the fissile fuel, well, hold on. Hold on, because the fissile fuel is what we're trying to get, right? Because in order to get this... No, we're trying to get the nuclear waste. Okay, so we need 2 of these. We need 2 of these. We're out of infused alloys. That is impressive. That is absolutely impressive that we ran out of those. We have just enough for one more. And one more is not enough, right? One more does not get us there because we need 2 sets of this. Yeah, we need 3. So we need more of these. I can't believe we already went through a stack. I really wish you could just backspace after a craft. Yeah, we don't have enough energized steel. We'll get more though. We never did level that one up. Get 2 more of those. And now, we should be able to. 2 more of those. 2 more of those. 2 more of those. There's a second centrifuge. Because we need 1 centrifuge for this part, nuclear waste into plutonium. But then we need another centrifuge in order to make fissile fuel from uranium hexafluoride. Uranium hexafluoride requires the chemical infuser. I have to start bookmarking this stuff. Uranium oxide is the chemical oxidizer. That's fine. We need sulfuric acid with the fluorite. That's another chemical infuser. With water vapor and sulfur trioxide. Water vapor is a rotary condensator. Okay, that part's fine. Sulfur trioxide is oxygen and sulfur dioxide. And another chemical infuser with sulfur in the chemical oxidizer. I don't know if we ever made this guy, but we're going to have to make a few of them. Okay. So we need about 3 of these and 3 of the other. Boom, 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 boom. We're also going to have to level up more capacitors. Just when you thought you're done, you're not. There's 20 of those. 16 of those. 2 of those. Okay, we gotta clamp the niotic back down. Luckily, we already tiered that one up, so we shouldn't take too long to get more. There's 4 more of those. And we need a whole bunch. A whole bunch here. Yeah, a whole bunch. We need a lot. We need a lot of those. Something we have to get checked out while I'm back in the States is the fact that I got sick a while ago and still have this persistent cough, which is not the best. Anyway. There's another one of those. We need planks. Okay. Not the barrel, not the chest. Just making one of these has basically burned up all of our capacitors already. That only afforded us 5 more, and that's not going to be enough. Not going to be enough for the future. Because we said we wanted to make 3 chemical oxidizers, because sulfuric acid is the chemical infuser. Uranium oxide is the oxidizer. I guess we only need 1 oxidizer. If I come back in here, I can bookmark each of these. Plutonium's there. Fissile fuel is an oxidizer well. So that's 2 oxidizers there. No, it's not. No, it's not. Infuser. Dissolution. Infuser. Not that one. So it's actually the infusers that we need quite a bit of. Well, we need about 3 of each. That's at least at a minimum 3 of each. So yeah, we need a lot more capacitors here. Okay. Bum bum ba doo doo. All right. Okay, so 4. We need 2 there. 3. That's 3. Three. Okay. Tired making chests. There's 1 more oxidizer. And yeah, so we have the sulfur dioxide, which is an oxidizer. The uranium oxide is an oxidizer. Okay, so do we only need 2 of these then? Plutonium. It's not the plutonium side that we're even worried about, right? Like, that doesn't work. That's an infuser. So we've already seen that one. That's a different one altogether. That's an infuser. That's an infuser. There's an oxidizer there. So yeah, I think 2. The kerosene is no problem. Kerosene is straight up from the refinery, so that's not an issue. So yeah, we only need 2 of the oxidizers, I think, for this setup. And then how many infusers? There's 1 infuser there. That's 1 infuser. That part's fine. 1 dissolution. 2 infusers. One rotary condensator. 2 infusers, 1 rotary condensator, 1 chemical dissolution chamber. 3 chemical infusers. So 3 chemical infusers. Three chemical infusers. Let's start there. We'll start there. 3 chemical infusers. That's only enough to make 1. So we need a lot more capacitors. And that's too far, so we have to start back down here at the timing. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's the truth. But it's the truth. Do. Do. All right. There, invar there. Now we ran out of Durasteel, which is bauxite. Always the thing holding us up now. Always the thing holding us up. Alright. That should have brought these back online, I think. Yep. Yep, they're back online. Cooking up again. Probably check out here. Okay, this is full up. Alright, let's get backpack out here. Sort that. Take anything we don't need right now, this exact moment, throw it in there. at? Oh, see it all, yeah. I wanna see it all, yeah. I wanna see it all, I wanna see it all, yeah. Anything just to leave this town tonight. Anything just to leave this town, leave it all behind. Okay, let's do that. Leave it all behind. Okay. Waves of the 70s. I made for the live long life of traveling. Whoa. I was made for live long life of traveling. All right, here. Give me some chests. Give me some planks. Give me some logs. Everything just to leave this town tonight. I'd give anything just to leave this town. Leave it all. How did I do that? Give me that back. What button was that? I don't know. Oh well. Oh, it's because I was typing. It's P. P places items. Okay. Sure. Okay. Upgrade. Alright, string needs an upgrade. What else needs an upgrade? Sticks and eyes. Eyes. We only have one for sticks over here. String. We already did. Just gonna take a little bit of time to pull everything out. All right. Probably out of books over here. Boom, boom. Throw some books in there. Get this back online. Get some other enchantments other than bow stuff. We have a bunch of bow stuff. Get some armor enchants in there. Alright, we will need more books. Need more sugarcane. Bum, 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 bum. The breaks might be a little bit longer because I am going to run all the way down to the first floor and then check and make sure that the waters aren't rising down there. I think the garden eye got it sorted out, but I just want to check and be sure. Doo-doo-doo-doo. It's a slight bummer that some of our boxes got ruined, but I'll take some ruined boxes over, you know, anything else. Lives or whatever. Ooh, sword enchants. Should be pretty good. You're getting a lot of blast protection. A lot of feather falling. Fire protection. A lot of power because we're getting a lot of bows. Projectile protection. Normal protection is good to see. Punch because of bows. Looks like we got a silk touch in there. One silk touch. Soul Stealer, I don't even know what that is. Stable footing. Be good to get. Unbreaking, we got quite a bit there. A lot of it's just random stuff that we're pulling off of all these. I'm trying to focus the armor a little bit more because we have plenty of bow enchants now. I'm very curious what happens. Oh, it pulled fire protection off. I was curious what it was going to pull off there. Right, come on. Oh, out of books again. Of course. Of course. It's always the books. This, slime's no big deal. Slime's no big deal. We can just grab more here. It's nice that something other than paper is our limiting factor at this point. We're almost through the backlog here. Might be... Well, I don't necessarily want to pull from here. We do need more bauxite going. Because we need a lot more Durasteel now. That we're actually utilizing all of the different capacitors. It requires a lot of aluminum. Unbreaking's good to get. Power, okay. Power 2. More levels into power, that's nice. Projectile protection, okay. We're getting some good stuff. There we go. I think that's the backlog cleared out. Yep. Yep, looks like we're good for a while again. Now, back to it. Back to it. We needed... So, it's not the kerosene. Kerosene's not the issue. Plutonium. We already have those. We need fissile fuel, which is in here, which is uranium hexafluoride, which is the infuser. So that's one infuser right there. That's one infuser right there. Uranium oxide, we already have the oxidizer for that. So we're still up to one infuser. One chemical dissolution chamber. That's two infusers. One rotary condensator. So we're still at two chemical infusers. That's three chemical infusers. We're already getting oxygen. Sulfur dioxide. We already have the oxidizer for that. So it's the three chemical infusers. And one chemical dissolution chamber. And obviously the fission reactor. So three of these, one of each of those. Stand back, just stand back. In order to get there, we need the capacitors. We need these capacitors. So we can tear them back up. We need more Invar, don't we? That's nickel and iron. 2 stacks of nickel. 4 stacks of iron. That's fully upgraded. So we'll get more of that as time goes on. If we do this slower, we can basically keep up with the Invar production. Okay, we got 62 redstone ingots. We need more of this. But now we can make a whole bunch. Just stand back, I'm chasing the storm. Don't hold me up. Just stand back, I'm chasing storms. Alright. Still making that Invar. Stand back, just stand back. Okay, let's see if that's enough. $16, and then we ran out of dielectric. Stand back, just stand back, I'm chasing the storm. Alright, now we're up to the basics. Quite a bit on the basics. We still need more Durasteel. I'm sure it's still coming in. Stand back, just stand back, I'm chasing storms. Alright. So now, let's check that Durasteel production here. We're at 920. And then how many, we only need one more of these. Or two more of these, rather. There we go. Now, Yeah, I figured we were gonna be low on the spools. Electrum wire. Grab half a stack here, throw it in here. That won't make too many more, actually. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna need more than that, unfortunately. Let me grab another half stack. Try to be as precise with this as possible. Simonis. There we go. So now we just gotta tier these up, just like we've been doing. Ran out quite a bit there, actually. So the energized steel is one thing. Then the energized copper plates, I'm actually surprised that we ran out. Simonis. 12 more of those. We need the energized steel planted back down. Wrapped in silence. Only innocence. Super made for Monis. Okay. And then... Okay, so we need 80 more. 80 more of the energized steel. Made for Monis. So we need 84 total. Monis. Let me make sure I got bone mealer on. I do. Then energize. No, that's ironwood. Where's the energized steel? Too high? Probably. Oh, there it is. So we should be able to see here how much we're getting. All right. Turn that into some energized steel. 60. So we only need 20 more. That's like 7 crafts. And then that's like 56 essence. Okay, just a little bit more here. All right. There it is. Nice. So we got that level complete. That level is complete. Now we're on this level. We'll probably have to put more of the blazing crystal down because I doubt we have enough. Yep, we definitely do not have enough. Let's go ahead and plant these down. But that's a tiered up seed, so that's going to give us a lot very quick. Going to give us a lot of them very quick. Boom. Story 18. There's basically a stack. Boom, 33. So we're good on that tier. We'll have to check with the Niotic, which is our target tier. That's our target tier. Project Nope Zone, yes. It is a pack currently in development by Cazador, who's the same guy who made Project Ozone 3. Okay, let's get this. 16. $25. Missing Ironwood? Ironwood. By the way, Wolf, welcome. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Yep, same guy. Same guy who made it. Basically, he's taken a lot of the updated mods and then... Yeah. Definitely a harder pack. Definitely a harder pack like Project Ozone 3. He's taking the updated mods and then... basically, anything you want to craft is... very seeded, right? So it's a lot of microcrafts from other mods to make the one thing that you want from... And yeah, basically his whole goal, I think... I mean, he's been in here and I've been talking to him, but I didn't ask. I should have. I don't know what his goal with the pack is. I don't know if the goal is to make people rage or what. But like, for instance, right now, we're making these capacitors, right? The whole reason we want the capacitors is so we can make alloys from mechanisms. Yep, that recipe's the same. Kind of. It's single compressed. It's single compressed in here. But like, for instance, like a diamond furnace. Or no, that's a bad example. Golden furnace. You need a block of gold in order to get the golden furnace. In order to get a block of gold, early game, the only thing you can do is cast it out in the casting basin. Now later on, you can use the multi-servo press with the packing die and get it. But, and the same thing here, iron furnace is normal. Gold furnace, you gotta have that. There was something else I was making that required blocks of diamonds. It's the upgrades, it's the stack upgrades, right? If you look at the stack upgrade, where's it at? Okay, let me just type in stack. There we go. So a stack upgrade from sophisticated backpacks or whatever is blocks of iron. Yep, definitely the same guy. Same guy. Gold blocks for this, and look at this, blocks of diamond. Early game, your only option is to melt it in the thing, and then you need basically blazing blood in order to get it. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, but it's fun. There we go. We won't be needing ironwood for a while, hopefully. I mean, we will, because we're going to definitely be making more of all this stuff, but it'll be a while. It'll be a while. Let's get these back in their proper places. Blazing comes before Iotic. Before that is the energized steel. Ironwood goes there. Redstone and ice go up here. There we are. Let's try to finish these out here. Much in the way of machines yet. Back in the day, this would have been during lockdown. Of course, nobody had anything to do, right? I live streamed completing Project Ozone 3. I don't remember at what tier. I do apologize. I can't give you what tier it was, but I did complete it. My biggest thing too is, and sometimes my chat doesn't like me for this. You see all these check marks? I don't like claiming. I don't like claiming the racks. I have this thing. I want to save all the racks until the very end. But in an earlier stream, my chat made me roll for this awesome sword because I was brick walled at a point because there's apotheosis mobs and all the bosses spawning with apotheosis, and I couldn't get past it. And so they were like, oh, just roll for one of these awesome swords. And he was actually talking about the version 1 of this sword, but I ended up getting the version 2, which is basically the best sword you can get. So my racks are pretty low right now, 84. Oh yeah. I just have this need, right? I have this need where, like, at the very end, I just want to be so satisfied that, like, all my racks come right to me. Oh no, we got a teleporting boss. Okay, teleporting mob. I'm just trying to claim my levels. Stop it. Are you gone? I think he's gone. I'm literally only claiming the levels for the lag purposes, so it doesn't lag out. And I always do a check on these barrels every now and then, make sure everything's okay. Probably pull the sticks out. And these hearts. We will need hearts in the future, but for right now, we're okay. Alright. Now, we are trying to get, like, I'll give you an example of what we're going through right now, right? We're trying to get the ME controller. So that way we can start doing auto crafting, right? Like, true auto crafting, not this auto crafting that I have currently set up. But like true auto crafts. In order to get the ME controller, you need this. You need 194 blocks of skystone ingots. You need 64 copper casings. You need 32 compressed iron, 20 fluix, block of signalum, engineering transformers, black iron energy acceptor, and a neutral steel of the first degree. We have everything. All of this, and this, and this. The two things we don't have is the black iron and this neutral steel. In order to get the black iron, you have to do this. So right now, we're currently working on making all of the machines necessary in Mekanism and others, because that one, we have to make a fission reactor. We have to do more Mekanism stuff, or no, this one's this one, which is more Mekanism stuff. Like, we're currently working on getting this whole process going, just so we can make some black iron. Just so we can make some black iron, so we can make the dang ME controller. And I don't think, yeah. Like, look at this. Later on, we're gonna need that singulator. That's blocks of black iron. And look, there's no seed. Because what he wants you to use is this atomic assembler, where you're duplicating blocks using this. But in order to get there, you need a whole bunch of black iron. So yeah, this pack is slowly driving me crazy a little bit more every day, but it's okay. But it is okay. Let's enrich some redstone here. It'll be slow, but at least it'll be passive. To lie, I will fly. Alright guys, it is break time, feel free to grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack. We'll be right back. No gameplay will happen during the break. And we might as well get some seeds planted while we're on our break. I have to go to the bathroom, and I need to check and make sure nothing else is flooding anymore. There you go. We'll back up a little bit here. But we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Feel free to grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, and I'll see you in a little bit.
Tried so hard, but I couldn't take your face out of my heart. I can't hold back these feelings I have. They are overwhelming me when you look at me.
Alright guys, let's get back in here. So I did check the flooding situation, and it seems okay for now. But it was bad earlier. It was bad earlier. And the rain can't seem to make up its mind what it wants to do as far as whether it wants to rain harder or stop. And I'll just monitor the situation as it unfolds. Dogs are still fine. Made sure there's no more standing water in the area where they are, so everything's good so far. Okay, so we still need 3 of these. Still need 3 of those. 3 of those. 3 of these. 3 of those. In your eyes. Frieza, welcome. I do apologize, I cannot type in chat because I need both my hands to play the game. Sorry. Alright. We need plates. I wish this thing was faster, but that's okay. It is fully maxed out on speed, so that is as fast as this machine can go, to my knowledge. And as far as I know, there's no other way of getting these plates. Yeah, the only other option would be a metal press. And I think those are not that fast either. You can probably make a pretty fast create press. And that would be a lot faster probably, but it's okay for now. We're okay for now. Nope, that was the wrong machine. Alright, 3 of those, great. Next tier, we gotta go tier 1 more tier up. We need that, which we already have. Thanks to our very fast automation of those. And as a reminder, this is all to get the enemy controller, which in any other pack we would have already had. But that's okay. That's okay. 3 of those. 3 of those. Alright. So we need 6 basic chemical tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is this using? Compressed iron? Compressed iron? And how you feel. If anybody wants to reply to in chat to Frieza there, let them know that I can't. I apologize. That'd be great. So we need this tier, 6 of them. There's 2. There's 2 more. All right. Osmium. Four should be enough for now. Oh yeah, we're still making these. I forgot. Forgot we were still making those. Because we need a whole bunch. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure my TV box and then some of the moving boxes are done for. But at least the dogs are okay. We're definitely have to clean. When the weather's better, we're gonna have to clean because there's mud and everything else from the flooding. But it'll all be fine. No big deal. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 of those. And then we already have our chemical oxidizers. They're in here. We already have the 2 there. And then we need 1 rotary condensator. I want to make sure I don't already have one. I do not. So, we need a little bit of all of it. A little bit of everything. I don't know how many of these we're going to need, so I'm going to make half a stack for now. We've already made, right? Chemical infusers. We already made the oxidizers. Okay. So basic and advanced. So 1 basic. Need more osmium. Pretty easy at this point. Pretty easy at this point. There's our basic. And then we need 4 more basics. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can upgrade those. Four. 1. Oh no! Okay, we need the logic processors now. Those automatically get put into our system, which is a very nice thing for us. We are going to need probably more printed silicon. Probably going to need a little bit more of that. And then our alloy. Yep. We'll just use this. There's our logic. Silicon's still coming in. Almost done though. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, that will allow us to continue here with a second one of those. And then how are we missing a chemical tank? I could have swore we made one, but sure. We'll make another one, why not? We need a basic circuit. We'll get 20 of them. That's how we roll. For now, we'll let those go. Need some energized steel. There we go. There's our energy tablet. Rotary condensator. I could have swore we made one of these before, though. I think we did, but it was for... Yeah, it was for this setup, and we don't want to interfere with this setup. So now, the next hard part here is going to be setting all these up in the proper directions to output the fluids and fuels and all this crap that we need. And that's going to take some brain power. That's going to take some brain power. Because if you want to talk about nested crafting, Mekanism is very, very good at nested crafting. So we're going to start from the very, very beginning here. Our goal is plutonium. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to clean all this up. I'm going to clean all this up. Remove a bunch of this. remove a bunch of this that we do not need right now. We've already made those. Okay. So for black iron, this part is fine. We need plutonium. So we need nuclear waste. We need fissile fuel. We need uranium hexafluoride, which is uranium oxide, which is an easy step, but it is towards the end. That's a very easy step, but it is towards the end. So then we need hydrofluoric acid. So bookmark that, not forget. Which requires sulfuric acid. Which requires water vapor. Which is a rotary condensator. And we need sulfur trioxide, which is oxygen and sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is from sulfur in the chemical oxidizer. So that is our starting point. Sulfur in the chemical oxidizer. That is our starting point. Okay. So we open up this guy. We need the chemical oxidizer, correct? It's the right machine? It is the right machine. Okay, we are going to make a new area for this. Kind of, quote unquote new. We're just gonna expand our platform out that direction. Because it's getting a little cramped over here, if you can't tell. All these machines in close proximity. Before we do that, let's just verify we're not backing up anywhere. Okay, we're doing okay for now. We don't need to worry about that right this second. And this machine needs more books, of course. It always is hungry for books. Let's throw some books in there. There we go. Now, let's get our wand. And some cobblestone. Eventually, I keep talking that eventually I would like to make this a beautiful base. I might or might not do that. I would love to do that. But my goodness, the technical aspect of this is just so demanding. So this next layer, I do not need it to be at the same Y level as that. We can actually drop it down to here. We can actually drop it down to here, and that won't impede anything. Oops, a little bit too far. A little bit too far. We will need more cobblestone though, for sure. Get a few stacks. We will also have to place some torches down. All right. A nice, large platform to work on now, and we don't have to worry about most of our seeds falling off into the void when we're trying to level them. Okay, let's get some torches. Luckily, we have a few. Hit our Fs. See, this is why we need torches. This is why we need the torches. So if you're curious, when you hit F7, all this is, anything that you see here marked is spawnable mob area. It's places where mobs can spawn due to the light level and it being flat blocks. So as to not interfere with our plant growth, we'll stick these torches on the side. All right. And I think we're good. It's all lit up. Workspace ready. Chemical oxidizer. You are officially our starting point. So you can only output to the sides, it looks like. And you can only output gases. Makes sense. So if we start here, we have a node close enough that's connected to our system. We can work out to the right as well as back. And we just need power and some mechanism pipes. So we need a flux point. There's our flux point. That'll give us our wireless power. And now, let's make some more of the basics here. A stack's probably good. And then we might as well, this is going to cost us some of our alloys, but we might as well upgrade them. Because this is going to be a lot of power. We're going to go back like that for some. We'll come out here because you don't know if we need something on the side of that. Then we'll start running these cables backwards. And we'll run it this way. And hopefully this is a large enough area that all that power will be good. We're going to go ahead and stick our point right here on the inside. Now it's all powered up. And we're going to need quite a few different nodes. Well, no, because most of this is gas. Most of this is going to be gas, so we're going to need fluids, and we're going to need gas pipe as well. So at mechanism, we're gonna need some gas pipage as well. Universal is power, mechanical is fluid, pressurized is gas, logistical is items, this stuff here I'm not sure about. Oh, you can get some heat from mechanism this way. That's cool. Okay, so we want pressurized tubes, basics. Because we are going to be dealing with some gas. Then we have fluid pipe. Alright. This is where things are going to start to get a little crazy. So we're starting here. We need sulfur dust. I think if we take this and put it into, we have a crusher somewhere up front here. Oh, nope, does not go in the crusher. Maybe the pulverizer. It does go in the pulverizer. The pulverizer works. We're just going to get a bunch of this to start off with. I'm not exactly sure how much we're going to need in the end. Let's get a hopper. Stick it on top. Make sure the input is there. There we go. This is just going to make a bunch of sulfur dust. If I get a barrel, okay, or a chest, Wait, we had more chests than anything. I should be able to set the front. Oh, you cannot. You cannot do the front of the machine. I always forget that. The back has a water pipe. The sides are full. It would be a laser node. It would be a laser node is what we need. Because the laser node, you can set the bottom on here to output. And the laser node, you can set the card to grab it from the output. And we're gonna just throw it in this chest. For now. Let's get another laser node here. Let's get an item card. I will fly. Soaring higher and higher. Okay. This, we want it facing west. We want this to be extract. We want to set this to down. Okay. That looks good. Now, all we have to do is get our laser wrench. Set that there. Then it should, yep, it's pulling it out and putting it in there. Do 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 do. I'm debating about how fully automated we want to go with this. Because I could have the laser node extracting from there and putting it directly in this machine as well, because we have a line of sight. I just don't know if that's worth it. I mean, in the future, we probably will have to. But anyway, let's get this guy going. Put this in here. This should get us our first sulfur dioxide, which is the beginning. Yep, sulfur dioxide, that is the beginning of what we need. Boom, right there. The lasers. So, the lasers you can kind of think of as a connector to an inventory. So, the laser has to be next to whatever you want it to connect to. And, like, here's a good example. They're directional. So, all my drawers here are to the south. So, if I come in here on the south side, you can see I have an extract item card here. So, it's going to extract directly what it is next to, which in this case is redstone. So, you have the extraction set up there. And then you can see this laser is pointing over here to this relay. This relay is going over here. This relay is coming up to here and splitting in different directions. So we've turned the redstone there into a particle. And then all I do over here is, for instance, if this is my redstone, which I'm not sure if it is, you set a filter on the card. To be north. There you go. You use a basic filter to filter what you want to go in, once again with another node, because it has to connect to the port. And so we're particleizing the redstone and turning it into a laser and sending it into here wirelessly. And essentially, I have a bunch of different stuff going on here. You can also set channels. So if we look here to the east, this is set to the purple channel 2. The reason why is because I have this node connected here to a bunch of other stuff that connects up. By choosing the color, I have told it that I want that cobblestone to only insert into here, or here, or here. So you can kind of set up channels that way as well. You're saying, okay, for this, I want this item on this color and this color to go to these devices. That's another way of filtering it as well. Was that a good enough explanation? How do you aim? So in order to aim the lasers, you need a laser wrench. And you shift, right click, and that tells you you've selected the block. And then all you gotta do is right click whatever else you want it to connect to. Another like device. So if I wanted to connect it here, I would right click here. I don't want to do it because I'm gonna mess some stuff up. But like if I click here, and then I click here, that just disconnected that laser. If I do it again, boom, it's reconnected. So it's a shift right click and then a normal right click on wherever you're trying to get it to go to. Alright, we're getting quite a bit of sulfur dioxide here. Now, we need the chemical infuser next to this. And I wasn't going to, but I think we should make another one of the electrolytic separators with a water source. I wasn't going to do that, but it's going to be a lot easier than transferring oxygen all the way over here if we just make another machine. We just make this machine again. And this is one of the cheaper machines if I remember right. We are all out of the alloys, which does suck because that means we have to make more of the capacitors. For some reason, that second A, my fingers always miss it. Ever thought about making tutorials? So I try to do tutorial stuff like as I'm doing stuff in the game. I have thought about like when I'm explaining stuff or whatever, however anything's working. I have thought about taking that portion of the stream, clipping it out, and then uploading it as like a little tutorial. But I don't think that my on-stream presence is good enough to be a standalone tutorial video. As well as, I'm not the best editor, and it would take a while for me to... I would have to download the stream video, find the section where I'm talking about whatever, then edit that out, spruce it up, and then re-upload it. Okay, we can make 36 more. Currently. We are going to need more of the redstone ingots, though. But not before we need this, apparently. Okay. Now we're going to need more redstone ingots. Boom. This is missing this. This is the easiest part of this. So I'll show you something interesting too I got set up here, right? So, specifically for this red iron compound, I got tired of having to throw it into the furnace all the time. So what I did over here is somewhere. I think it's in, no, it's in this one here. So we have a drawer here for the red iron, right? So in here, I set a filter for all these smeltable items to get pulled out. We have a priority set on here, so that way anytime I put anything in the system, if it can go in here, it's going to go in here first. So what happens here is I make the red iron compound, it gets put into this drawer, and then it through our A2 system here, so it's getting put into the drawer from there. The lasers are extracting it, moving it out to here, smelting it, re-extracting the product, and throwing it into here, which goes into here, which goes back into our system. So if I throw these in, you'll see the furnaces light up, and in here, they just get thrown in. Automatically. And before I had this all on autocraft. The whole redstoning it was on autocraft, but I turned that off because I thought we were good for a while, and it turns out we're not. So I should probably look at setting the autocraft back up. But you can see just how many stacks of this stuff we need. Just for the basic stuff. It's kind of nuts. $36 allows us to make 18. Or because of Durasteel, which is bauxite, because it's always bauxite. Which bauxite is aluminum. Wow, it's thunderstorming in the game and thunderstorming here in real life, causing flooding. Wow, that's crazy. When the game wants to imitate real life. Also, yeah, I was gonna say I shouldn't be getting fed from that guy anymore because I have full saturation on now. Yo! Real Morant, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to Rapids Legion. Yeah, so here's another example. I got really tired of making Durasteel. So using these laser nodes, I have it set up. Doing good, how about yourself? I have it set up here to automatically put all the stuff in here from the different spots to make this item right here. All for that item. Well, and then this lava generation is also for those. From the US, where are you from? But I'm currently in Asia. Nice to meet you as well. Here's another example of using laser nodes. So we get a bunch of mob drops in here. And I needed a way, this is enchantment sorter. I needed a way of, I wanted to throw away. Are we getting exploded? No, I think we're okay. I wanted to throw away anything that was not enchanted because I didn't care about the enchanted items. So this will sort it out. Top is not enchanted, bottom is enchanted. Minecraft, currently what I'm playing is definitely my favorite game. The non-enchanted items go into the trash can. The enchanted items end up in here. So that way we're not throwing away any of these random enchants that we're getting. And that's all happening through the laser nodes. Which is great. Absolutely fantastic. We still have to do some cleanup sometimes because some of this stuff doesn't stack and does not get pulled out because I can't set a filter for it. Feel free, ask away. Ask away. Dimwits go into our system. I try not to mix what I'm wanting to put in the system in my inventory as well as I'm gonna throw some stuff away because that way I don't get confused because I have a tendency of getting confused. So we're gonna take these miniature red hearts again, as well as these sticks. And these are all gonna go in the trash can, which is right up here. Boom. That'll clear up the space. We can grab these charm fragments. No. Nope. I'm good on the artwork. I'm good on artwork. Thank you for asking, though. Alright, 36 basic capacitors. Alright, I figured we were gonna run out of this. The Electrum. It's always the Electrum. Time to use the last of our Electrum. Oh, we gotta switch this back around. I really should make more of those, so we don't have to keep switching those, but I keep forgetting, so that's how that works. Nice, 18. Now we just gotta tier that up. Okay, use. Energized steel. Crap. What? It was not even the energized steel that we ran out first, but we should have. Grab half of those. So glad I didn't actually turn them into wires. There. Now we ran out of the energized steel. And we do not have any more of that. So all that means is that energized steel gets replanted on this patch here, because that is our fastest block. And energized steel is not tiered up. Usually with the tiered up stuff, after about 2 minutes, I'll have enough. But because it's not tiered up, I gotta wait. Something else I just thought of. If we grab... I wanted a whole stack, thank you. There you go. If we grab that, and we grab this. I just realized, if we turn this into Inferium Farmland, we don't have to worry about it turning back into normal dirt. So this is where we can use it to tier up our seeds, and it'll make the process a little bit easier. I think I need to pull my keycaps off this keyboard and like clean everything. Because did you just see how that comma went to number 1? I think it's because my number 1 key on my numpad. Well, no, because my num lock is off. I don't know why that happens. But I feel strongly that it has something to do with my keyboard. And I need to pull the caps off and just clean it all. This keyboard's old. I've had this for... I don't even know, man. A long time. I can't F7 because it's daytime. Well, my number 1 on my keyboard just it's just quit working for a long time, you know. And I think maybe if I pop it off and I get underneath of it, I can see what's going on. It may be that the switch itself is broke on it. I think this keyboard is repairable. I usually try to buy stuff that's repairable, but I've never done a keyboard before myself. I just know I bought this keyboard because it's mechanical, and usually mechanical keyboards are more repairable. But who knows? We'll see. One of these days, maybe I'll do a little video about it. When I go to do it, maybe I'll do a video on it. I always forget that second A. Okay, there's a bit there. What did we just run out? Durasteel? No, these. Okay. I was like, what? I thought we were past the Durasteel. Yep. So I'll show you something cool too. I'll show you something too. Yeah, right. I fully expect that this keyboard needs repaired. Souls RNG guest, how's it going? Yep, welcome. Over there on YouTube. So with this little automation here that I've done between different mods, we're still using the laser nodes because they're all powerful. I can throw copper in this barrel. Boom. It automatically gets pushed through there at lightning speed because these rods are energizing that and turning it into energized copper ingots. And we have these cards, the nodes as well as the nodes as well as, there it is, the cards fully maxed out. So it does it at 1 per tick, and there's 20 ticks in a second in Minecraft. This live is fire. Thank you very much. Thank you much for that. I appreciate your compliment. All right. So once again, that second A, typing it out. All right. Use 2 clicks. This. Do we have enough blazing crystal? My guess is no. Ha! I was right. You need to go? No worries. No worries, souls. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, and you'll be able to see whenever I'm live next. Or you can go over on my Facebook page and follow me there, or my Twitter page, or X now. Follow me there. It's Rapping Basin everywhere you go, and you'll always know when I go live. Alright, yep. Need more essence for the blazing crystal. And it's not going to grow because it's nighttime. Now, luckily, these blazing crystals are 10-10-10, so they will grow at night. And they produce a lot. They produce a lot of essence very fast. That's the benefit of having those seeds tiered up. To auto request these capacitors as much as we want, and it's gonna be amazing. We will never have to handcraft anything as far as these go. Also, once we get auto crafting set up, well, once we get a controller, currently we're limited to 8 channels. Which means 8 devices on the network, which is why we're using the laser nodes. The controller supports 32 channels per side. Right now we have 8 total. That's a 4x. 4x times 6 is what that is. Because you know, it's 4 times the amount each side, and then you have 6 sides because cube. Anyway, at that point, we'll be able to set up auto crafters, importers, exporters, anything we could possibly want. And that is the goal. That is the goal. So now, in this process, we're working towards sulfur trioxide. We're making the sulfur dioxide. We need the oxygen. We need the electro. That's why we needed all this stuff, because we want to make this guy. 2 of those. Oh no. 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 Oh, get wrecked. Get wrecked. Just when you think you're caught up on your capacitors. Just when you think you're caught up on your capacitors. Now you gotta make more and go all the way back through it, plus one. Because we only have one. We only have one of those. We need two, at least, to finish this one machine. To finish this one machine. Alright. This is why I want auto crafting. If I had auto crafting, I'd just be like, oh, give me this. Craft it up for me. Boom. Okay, we gotta wait 30 minutes. Not 30 minutes. It wouldn't be 30 minutes. It would be like, okay, wait 5 minutes, and here's a stack of whatever capacitor you want. That's why we're doing all this. To work our way to where we want to be. This is going to make 2 stacks of wire. Funny. Funny. That's a good name. Welcome. How's it going? It's always, I'm surprised we still have zinc sheets at this point. We've made so many of these. Wow, we still have 85 zinc sheets. When you don't even think it's possible. 17, I guess we're gonna go with 17. I don't know. At this point, I don't even know. We need the redstone ingots. We need the inbar. Dang it. Okay, give me a stack. Nope, give me 2 stacks. I changed my mind. Give me 2 stacks. Give me 2 stacks of iron. 4 stacks of iron. Because that's the ratio. 1 bell. No. This is the wrong hopper. You subbed and liked. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You can also follow me over on Twitter and Facebook, and then you'll know whenever I go live. But even if you don't catch me live, all of the streams get put into VODs on YouTube. So you can always watch it back. You can always watch it back. Oh, I apparently was fast enough there to prevent that from causing any issues. Notification bell, I think, over on YouTube. I think the notification bell works-ish. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I don't get notifications, but sometimes it works. Alright. Right, we were making capacitors. Woo! All these microcrafts. Cazador is trying to kill me. Do I play Roblox? I do not. Roblox has a lot of microtransactions that I don't necessarily get down with. So I do apologize on that. I forgot that we're only making half because this all gets split into half at this layer here. It's Electrum. It's always Electrum. Okay, we need gold and silver. Hopefully this silver works. I have no idea if that silver works. I have no idea. Okay, it does. That was from a different mod. I was like, whoa. Alright, gold. And our invar is going to be a problem. The Dweller mod? Oop. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Dweller mod. Souls RNG guess. Oh, okay. Got you. Got you. Okay, you see, you just came in with a different name. No worries. No worries. The Dweller mod. I'm gonna have to look that up. Let me pull up Forge. Let me see what that's about. You have 2 channels? Understood. Understood. And Forge runs so slow now. Anyway, not projects. Oh, this only. Surely you can get individual mods. Can you not get individual mods? You just thought to go undercover? Got you, got you. So I'm not sure exactly what Dweller mods you're talking about. I see a lot of them. Like, here, I can show you. There's a lot of Dweller mods here. Well, I just type in Dweller, that's what shows up. Oh, so you're talking about on Bedrock? Yeah, you're talking about Bedrock. So I play on Java. So that would be why I'm not seeing it. Uh-oh. You play on Java also, but sometimes Bedrock? I understand. I understand. I think I tried Bedrock once. You play Bedrock so you can play with your friends? Yeah, understood. Yeah, I'm a little old school. If I ever want to play with any of my friends, I set up a server and they gotta join. But also your brother? Yeah. This is hurting me quite a bit. I need to upgrade that drawer. We upgrade the drawer. There we go. That should also help. This dang Imperium. Messing up my right clicks. Okay, it's all getting picked up now. We're transferring 24 items at a time. Might have to switch this out for a mechanism type. Because actually I don't think I've even made any of the logistical transporters, have I? Yeah, I'm not. I've not yet made that. This does how fast? That tells me nothing. 1 M per second. With a pump rate of 2 per second. What? If you ever use the Dweller mod, just note Krampus steals. Oh, okay. Okay. So is that like a cave mod, or I'm still a little confused on what that mod itself is. No. Gold and silver. Electrum? Did we already make it? We did. Yeah, no worries. Think away. No rush. Okay, that gave us 9. And we have to get up to this level, Spirited. Only one who is in the caves is the Cavern Dweller. Okay, okay. So it's like it's like a, I'm trying to think of how to explain this. So it's a survival cave pack, right? Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, I only want to turn half. So 7 and so 8 and 2 is 10. We want to go to 5. And we're out of fiery. Minecraft, just with the Quave trying to kill the players. Okay. Also, there are different items. Okay, do you play it in survival? And like, are there objectives, I guess? Like, are there quests? Like, do this, do that? Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I understand. Not quests, but okay. Yeah, I think I understand. Yeah, that sounds cool. I'll have to check it out. Maybe after this pack, we might check that one out. If I can get it on Java. Get their items. Okay, okay. Yeah, if I can get it on Java, then yeah, we'll have to check it out. Yeah, go ahead. As long as it's you know, appropriate and you're not gonna get banned for saying the names. Yeah. Like auto banned. I'm not gonna ban you. Alright. Electrolytic separator. Because we need the oxygen and the sulfur dioxide to go into a chemical infuser. So we actually want the chemical infuser next to this. And then we want the electrolytic separator here. Cheap dweller, cow dweller, iron dweller. The llama, the traveling merchant, traveling trader, something like that. Oh no. Well, it has to be. Hold on, what's going on here? Oh, so it's Cyan. Okay. That's what I was trying to look. Wandering Trader. Right. Dweller. Oh, not the raid guy. Okay. So Cyan needs to go there. But is this gas or... It's not liquid, right? Because it would say liquid. Yeah. Okay, so it is the gas. It is the gas side. Cyan. So the gas. On gas. We want Cyan to the left. And none there. Auto eject on. This side. Input orange right. There you go. There's a radio from the fog. Okay. There are others. This is probably a good time to use the Ender tank. Just trying to find my water line. Okay, this is the water line. Can I input fluid from the top? Yes. We can also do it from the front. So we'll just do it from the front. Now we're making sulfur trioxide. That was all to make sulfur trioxide. So then you have to try and guess them. Okay. You actually need to go in 10 to 5 minutes. I got you. No worries. So we're actually gonna have to go tall with this. What I use for recording, OBS. Open Broadcast Software? Something like that. Basically the same thing that everyone uses. It lags. It could be your settings. You need to go? Okay, no worries. No worries. Okay, yeah, no worries. Thank you for hanging out and subbing and liking the video. I appreciate it. Was it the... So we already have that. We need this. This is a chemical infuser. So this is going to go on top of this machine here. And I'm hoping I can inject up. Yes, I can. Nice. So that's going to go on top of that machine there. We need water vapor. So we need a deconcentrator. The deconcentrator. Did I not make that machine? Did I miss a machine? Rotary. What? Oh, okay, no, it is this one. Okay, cool. Then this is gonna go there. And then this deconcentrating, right? Deconcentrating. So then we want it, what color is that though? Does it matter, I guess? And is it a gas or a liquid? Water vapor would be a gas. So we're outputting to the left. I guess it's fine. I guess that's fine. Water vapor. Water vapor. And then underneath here, is this a gas? I guess it's a gas. This is gonna only accept gases, so it must be a gas. No, we want to input the red. For the blue? Yeah, the blue. I'm gonna input blue there. Pop. Blue there. Oh, it's for this. This is red. There we go. Okay. Okay. So now we're making sulfuric acid. So we got that. We got that. We got that. Now we're sitting at hydrofluoric. So this is going to take the sulfuric acid that we're making into a chemical dissolution chamber. What? Chemical oxidizer, chemical infuser. Are you telling me I missed the machine? I definitely missed that machine because there's no way I've made those ingots before. Yeah, there's no way I've made this before. Okay, cool. Well, we're gonna go ahead and take our next break here, guys. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Feel free to grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack. The show will continue when we get back. Alrighty, folks, let's get back in here. Sorry about that. So we gotta make this machine now that we completely missed last time. Yep, as expected, we need a little bit of everything for it. That was all of my compressed iron that I've gathered up. That was all of our compressed iron. We are completely out of that now. We'll probably have to blow up some iron here pretty soon. If you don't know, that's how you get compressed iron. Little TNT. Little TNT action. Okay. We're really out of 10 gears. That's surprising. That is actually surprising. Multiples of 4. Give me another 10. I accidentally made a 10 plate. I accidentally made a 10 plate. It was bound to happen at some point. But anyway, here we are. Machine frame. Steel casing. Now we just need these side bits. Okay. Out of that. Dang it. Okay. Oh, it hurts. It hurts, but I'm gonna do it. It hurts, but I'm gonna do it. Give me 2. Give me... no. And a little bit more fiery. Ba-da-da-do. Need a little bit more fiery. Actually, just like 1 growth. There we go. We'll let it build up a little bit more. We'll let it build up a little bit more. Okay, I think we're gonna have just enough here. But I know I need at least 2, right? Yes. I actually need 3. Okay. Then that to finish up this machine that we're working on. At least, well, at least this tier. At least this tier. Ooh, we might get lucky here. Okay, now we just need the refined obsidian. Refined obsidian is the osmium compressor with refined obsidian dust, which is a refined obsidian ingot, which is what? Refined obsidian dust is here. There it is. We need the normal obsidian dust. I really feel like we have some of that already. I feel like we have this somewhere. We made it into... Okay. I need at least 4. We'll see if we can get 4 out of here. Okay, we can manage 4. Then this goes in here. No, it does not go in there. It goes into the osmium compressor with some osmium. Not sure how much. We'll get 2 ingots worth. Okay, it needs... It's 1 ingot. It's a... Wow. It's a little bit more than 1 ingot per. So we'll just throw it in there all. This will get us our ingots that we need. Hopefully. Boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. All right. There is our chemical dissolution chamber. Right there. Okay, I knew it had to be a quest. So, we need this for this. So we need to take the sulfuric acid and pull it in to this guy. Our sulfuric acid is here. So we need to put this on top. We need to the blue is now in here. Okay, we do need another cable there. And now we need to take this one stuff, fluorite, which we have some, and put it in here. And that's gonna make us hydrofluoric acid, which we need to put another chemical infuser next to this. So that's accepted that, which is great. Absolutely fantastic. And now we need another chemical oxidizer here. And it needs to be set to nothing. Okay, so then we want to output to the left. And we're going to take the uranium that we've made somewhere and throw it in this guy. I guess that's fine. And power from the bottom. The uranium oxide, we're outputting on the left. We need to input orange. Okay, so then all we need to do here is eject on. No, it's still not accepting it. Oh, it's not output on the right, it's output on the left. There we go. Okay, let's fix this. So now we're making uranium hexafluoride. So we got that. We got that. We got that. uranium hexafluoride is going to go into one of these. I didn't mean to put it there. I did not mean to put it there, and now I'm scared to break it. I want to put that on top. We'll just break it. There we go. That's where I wanted it. Now, just give me this for now. Okay, now we're making fissile fuel. Now this goes into here. Yes. So now we have to build our fission reactor. Which is a little scary. It's a little scary. Alright. I think the smallest this can be is a 3x3. So we're gonna have a lot of microcrafts. And we also need to make sure that our mob farm isn't lagging us out here. Boom, boom. We're gonna be running out of storage here soon. We'll go ahead and fix that. We'll go ahead and fix that. Okay, most of this stuff just gets trashed. This is why I keep trashing the hearts, because can't be bothered to keep them. We will need them later, but we do not need them right now. Okay, and this guy's gonna get filled up as well. It might be time to move this setup over to the other side. All right, so then put this on the front, trash can up top, books go in. Now we just need power. Boom, boom. Do I need to make another point for this? No. Am I going to? Yeah. Okay. It looks like it did not retain its settings. Then we want the enchanted items out the front. Then we want the input from the left. Turn off power surge. I don't know what's causing the surging like that. But then in the future, if we get an autocraft set up, we can export books to the bottom of that. And it'll just keep going. Are we out of logs? We're getting there. We're getting there. We are running out. All right. Keep this going. Now that should allow it to go a lot further without needing a checkup. Now the only other thing we can do is add on singularity tanks on the bottom of this. You know, a really long line of singularity tanks. Or use a different kind of tank. But we do this and then we can store XP for a long time as well. I don't know if they multi-block though. I don't know if they multi-block. Do they multi-block? They do not. So is there any tank that multi-blocks together? I'm not exactly sure what these V-tone things are. There's a lot of them. Here's a huge fluid tank. Yeah, that looks expensive. I don't think we have any more compressed iron. We'd have to make some. The jumbo tank. Jumbo tank could probably be good. And let me go grab this one. Tank. Jumbo. I figured we lose the experience, but that's fine. Not there, you fool. Okay, it looks like I had to think for a second there, but it is working. Jumbo tank can hold how many buckets? 1,000 compared to the Singularity, which can hold 32. That's pretty good. So yeah, now we should not have to check on this other than putting books in. Which it does seem like, once again, if we get the autocraft set up with exporters over there, it won't be as big of a deal. We're actually out of sticks, which is funny because I've been trashing so many sticks. Okay. Out of paper. Out of the ability to make paper. Let's go ahead and get some more paper here. No problem. Especially from our 10 seed. Boom, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I like how on the bottom left hand side of the hotbar, you can see how many sugarcane we have in our inventory. Kind of nice. You can see the durabilities of stuff. Alright, that should make plenty. It's probably way more than we have enough to make. Enough other materials to make. Yeah. 27 books after all that. Which I hate to break it to you, will not go very far. So we need logs. We were getting logs from the Undergarden. It was... We didn't get Wigglewood. We had a miner set up here somewhere. We had a miner set up here somewhere. See it, oh yeah. See it all, I wanna see it, oh yeah. Anything just to leave this town tonight. Huh. Anything just to leave this town, leave it all behind. I've managed to lose where we had that miner set up. You would think a big cube area wouldn't be hard to find. I know we started it over in the wall somewhere. But I don't think this is the area. It's clearly not the area. But I definitely don't remember going very far from spawn either. I'm curious if with the pack update, if it nope, here it is. Here it is. I was made for. Did we tear this one down completely? It looks like we did. Yeah, because it would have been up here in the center. It looks like this one got tore down complete. I want to see it all, yeah. But these are the trees. These are the trees. Anything just to leave this town tonight. Okay. Let's go home. And then we'll go back, but we'll go home first. We will grab our axe. We will repair our axe. We will go back. We will try to get rid of these logs. Nice, I even got a sapling from it. We weren't getting the saplings before because we were using the miner. What are you? A skintling, some kind of slug. Terrible person. What? You killed an instant skintling, you monster. Yeah, but it's giving me slime balls. And I was hoping to get an egg so I can make more. Do 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 do. Didn't get nothing from killing the Stoneborn. No achievement for the Stoneborn. Alright, looks like we finished off our axe. But we definitely got more wood. To use. Now there we go. Lots of patterns. Back to making our books. Nice. That's a good amount. This is going very well now. Okay. Oh. Alright guys, that's going to bring us to the 3-hour mark. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe over on YouTube. Follow me over here on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook. It's Rapid Mason. You can find me on both of those locations as well. If you're on Twitch, you want to find me on YouTube, watch the VODs back. All good. And I'll see you guys all next time. Have a good day.